Hi, this is Kim, or Adverse Camber 42, continuing with my playthrough of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc on the PlayStation 4. I am just gonna wait a second to make sure people can hear me, because I was informed that a couple of people can't, so that's why I've just restarted the session. If you can just very quickly let me know in the chat if you can hear me, then we can get on with tonight's episode. I will just keep talking inanely just so people know I'm actually here. But yeah, anyway, let's just start talking about what happened last time, I guess. So in the last episode, we had the third of the class trials. That was the trial for the murders of Hifumi and Taka, of which Celeste was found guilty. And off the back of that, we had a bit of a preamble. There was a secret room with some hidden stuff in it, but Naegi was knocked unconscious while investigating it. And ultimately, we ended with a rather major hint that the spy that we've been deeply suspicious of was actually Sakura the whole time. But I guess we've got to find out if that's actually the case. Oh, hello, Info. How are you doing? Yeah, not so bad, thank you. That's about the best we can say for a Monday. So, let's get going. Leon killed Sayaka. Monokuma killed Yonko. Then Leon got executed. Then Mondo killed Chihiro. And then he got executed. Hifumi killed Taka, then Celeste killed Hifumi. Then she got executed. And that brings us up to now. The next morning in the dining hall, the day after Celeste's case. So now there's only 5 of us here. Only a third of the number of people we started with. Loneliness has become commonplace. That's true. Still. What did I see yesterday? I don't understand. Sakura is the mastermind spy? Can that really be true? Makoto, are you okay? No, I'm fine. I can't bring it up in front of the others. If I did that, it would just confuse everyone that much more. Okay, in that case, let's eat till we pass out.
Huh?
What do you mean, in that case? Well, because of how scary everyone looks. It's gotta be because you're all fighting on empty stomachs, right? If you fill your belly, I'm sure it'll cheer you up, so let's eat. Let's fry up some fish and donuts and eat till we can't stand up. That's like a deep impact style meteor impact, extinction level event combination of foods. What? Those are both breakfast time top sellers. Still, the till we can't stand up part is the problem. After we're done, we've got to go explore. That's right. Since the class trial is over, new areas should have opened up. Plus we still have alter ego. We don't have time to give in to despair just yet. She's right. We have to plan ahead and think about the future. Yeah. Think happy thoughts, not deathly thoughts. Like, when are we going to get out of here, right? When this is all over, I think I want to get reborn for some serious... I mean, be reborn as someone serious. Hey, are you okay? It sounds like something who's about to die would say. I'm totally okay. I'm not going to die. Why? Because there aren't going to be any more murders. Huh? What makes you so sure? I predicted it last night. Since it revealed itself to me from the ether, there's no doubt about it. How accurate is your fortune telling anyway? I usually hit 20 or 30% on a good day. That seems really low. Oh yeah, it's not like ESP or whatever. Of course I'm only going to get it right sometime. I told you my fortune telling isn't like some occult thing. Fortune telling isn't a cult? Of course not. Clairvoyance is clairvoyance. Don't put me in the same category as cattle mutilation. Cattle what? He's referring to the urban legend where aliens abduct cows and dissect them as part of their research. No, you're calling it an urban legend? As a matter of fact, it's true. As a matter of fact, it happened to me. It all happened one day when I went to get a hamburger. It was a place I'd never been before. They claimed all their patties were 100% all beef. So I got a burger to go and headed home. And before long, the sky was filled with a mysterious blinding light. So I stormed back to the burger place and got up in the manager's grill. They totally admitted it. It wasn't 100% beef. They totally mixed in ground pork with it. Now do you see? That is cattle mutilation. I kinda got lost halfway through. I can't tell if you're for the occult or against it. You stink of stupidity. I stink of? How dare you? Well, you do stink though. That's fine. It's fine? Anyway, I hope your prediction turns out to be true. Well, at the very least, I won't murder anyone. Me either. I mean, I'd never. Me neither. Nor I. That goes for me too, of course. I could never kill any of my friends. I felt like those words of encouragement were helping us come together as one. After so much sacrifice and hardship, we finally become united. But, to be honest, I wish Byakuya and Toko were here for this too. But they're so hard to deal with. They only think about themselves. Yeah, we're better off without them, I say. That was enough to prove. We were united for a time being, but within that bond hid weakness and fragility. Okay, Chapter 4, All-Star Apologies. Okay, before we begin our search, Laura pressed the cat stampede button. Ah, yeah, Sherry Berry, sir, heard that, didn't you? Want your treat? I'm going to eat them if you don't. Oh yeah, that got you. Come on, sweetheart. You want your treaty? You just sit there and look at me like I'm trying to poison you. Come here. There you go. Look, it's nice dreamy. You want that? You want that? Come on, sweetie. I've just heard a thud from upstairs. Someone's coming for theirs. You have that, Cher. We had a man come round to upgrade the internet today and all the cats are a bit shaken now. It was deeply, deeply traumatic. Is that good, Cher Bear? You like that? Yeah, where was the thud? Who's coming? Anyone else before we continue? There's Shrody. Come on, Shrodo. Look, Shrody, I've got them. They're over here. Come on. Come on, you want a treat? I'm going to have to throw it at you. Shro, come on. Alright, we can't wait much longer. Shro, treat thrown at you. Good. Right, Shro caught it. We'll save one for Tia if she ever turns up again. Oh, there's Tia. What's with you? Do you not want a treat? No. If you come out of your little house, you can have one. Otherwise, we'll continue with the game. We began our search as soon as we finished our breakfast in the dining hall. We had to find out what had opened up and what was waiting for us. Okay, let's get a move on. So it'll be the next floor up above the rec room, I presume. Oh, actually, let's fast travel to the rec room. That'll be faster. Physics lab, it's that floor. There might be the staircase. Not sure, is that staircase down? No, that's the staircase down. Where's the staircase up then? One. Fourth floor, it's round the houses. Okay. Let's go, let's go! We have... well, hopefully no more murders, but inevitably we will have a murder to solve, so let's get going and find that murder. So now we have access to the 4th floor of Hope's Peak Academy. Maybe this time we'll find some kind of clue. Info is saying we have a murder at home. That's concerning. Please don't murder anyone, Info. No, this time we have to find it. Okay, what we got? So we got some bathrooms. Got a load of weird-ass looking rooms this time. What the hell is that one over there with the Monokuma door next to it? Let's try that one. Rattle, rattle. No good, the door's locked. I guess we aren't getting in here. According to the nameplate, this is called the data center, but what's behind the door is a total mystery. Oh, are they computer screens in the picture? I thought they looked like a little drum kit. Anyway, we've got some kind of chemistry lab over there at the bottom, I think. Let's go that way first. Oh, actually, we never poke our heads in the classrooms. Maybe we should. Let's do them en route. Monokuma might die of loneliness. That would be a tragedy. One day I saw Monokuma in class. Nothing in here. Ignore those then. Right, anyway, Chem Lab. Where's the actual door? Am I getting turned around? There it is. Inside the room, the smell of medicine was oppressive. So this is the Chem Lab. I hope inhaling all this stuff doesn't do permanent damage. What we got then? Not a lot. It's a remarkably big shelf, and it's stocked with all kinds of medicine. Ah, listen, Makoto, listen! Just take a deep breath and calm down and listen to me. Okay, Hina, just chill out. There's all kinds of stuff we didn't have before. Vitamins, minerals, amino acids, creatine. What? And what? They have Proteinzyme X? What's that? A high-quality protein drink. It's nothing like that cheap swill in the warehouse. It's connoisseur level. Oh, yeah? This is amazing. It's a gold mine. Oh, my prayers have finally been answered. Time to load up on more prayers, then. A gold mine, huh? People. Hina and Sakura seem to be lost in deep but friendly conversation. I need to find out what's going on with Sakura and the mastermind, but I can't while she's with Hina. Huh? You need something? No, it's nothing. You sure? Okay then. Sakura's lost in her conversation with Hina. I need to find out what's going on with Sakura and the mastermind, but can't while she's with Hina. What is it, Makoto? You need something? No, it's nothing. Really? Well, okay. Oh, that was informative. What's our next room? Okay, we got a study hall, maybe? A room with a little table? This is the office. But of course, there's no hint of any teachers that we'd normally be able to rely on. Oh, what's in here? Okay. There's a flower on the desk. Somehow that makes things feel much weirder. We need to remember to go and buy some things from the store. Oh, they all gonna have coins in them. That'd be nice. Yeah, baby, let's stock up on those coins. Ka-ching! Ka-ching! Well, we'll ignore the obvious clue on the floor there. Yeah, that's it, the flowers. Okay, obvious clue time. Huh? There's a picture on the floor. This picture... What? Celeste, Hifumi, and Sayaka? The smiling faces of 3 people who are dead now. A classroom without metal plates over the windows. It's exactly the same. It's just like that picture we saw before. There's no way this isn't important somehow. They're smiling the way you'd expect any normal teenager to smile. It's just a normal group of high schoolers living a normal school life. I can't possibly believe they were able to smile like that in a world of despair like this. So does that mean this picture was taken before they ever came to Hope's Peak? Which would mean everyone in the picture knew each other before they got here. Including Sayaka. No, there's no way. Monokuma did it. It must be fake.
You're fake!
Monokuma popped up out of nowhere and snatched the picture from my hand.
A forgery plot? What are you, a middle schooler? You think the moon landing was fake too? Come on!
Then you're saying this picture is real?
If there were such things as the Nobel Truth Prize, I'd take first, second, and fourth place. Actually, that's probably not true.
I asked you a question. Is this picture real or is it a fake?
Oh, Makoto, you're so eager to split things in half, aren't you? But it's no use. It's just no use. You try and split something that can't be split, and you end up feeling like you're the one being split. The picture is real. No more, no less.
Without any word, Monokuma disappeared. So the picture is real. I'm sorry, Shro. I am going to keep doing the voice. Just worries cats when I do it. Come on then, sweetheart. You sit on my knee while I do the horrible voice. It's really real? If that's true, if that's the case... And we leave the area. So we got room with little flags. The nameplate on the door says headmaster's room. The headmaster's room. There must be something worthwhile in there. It's locked. Damn it. And last of all is the music room, I guess?
Monokuma is certainly a very good headmaster, InfoShock. But I guess maybe he wasn't the original headmaster of Hope's Peak. Is that what we're getting at?
This is the music room. Yeah, Info, even Monobear knows your name now. It's hardly even a classroom, it's more like an actual concert hall. Is that a grand piano? It seems really old, I bet it's worth a lot of money. Of course, without someone around who can play it, it's totally useless. It's to say none of them can play it. Generalized. It's Kyoko.
Ne.
You know, you haven't told me what you think yet. What I think? About the secret room in the boys' bathroom. Oh! Well, I did find the secret room, but as soon as I started looking around, I was attacked. Attacked? By who? Well, they came from behind, so I didn't have any time to react, so I didn't see who it was. And when I came to, the mountain of files and documents were all gone. I'm sorry, I know how important those were. It's okay, I already saw what I needed to in there. And I half suspected the mastermind might come after you. What? When I discovered the room, the mastermind must have seen me on the surveillance camera in the hallway. They must have seen me go into the boys' bathroom and not come out again. Still, I wanted you to go and see it. I wanted to see how the mastermind would react. Essentially, I wanted to find out if the mastermind actually knew about that room. But to attack you and steal everything in the room? That must mean there was some unknown clue in there that could reveal their identity. Then you knew I was going to get attacked? You can handle that kind of thing though, right? After all, you're a boy. What does she think a boy is? Fine, I understand. Then let me ask you something else. Do you know about the note that was left in there? The note that said you must not leave? We shouldn't talk about that. Not here. Kyoko stole a quick glance at the surveillance camera. I'm looking into it. If I find out anything, I'll let you know. Is that okay? She made it sound like she was asking, but it was clear that I wouldn't have any say in the matter. So now it's your turn. Let's hear your secret. Huh? Did you think I wouldn't notice? You're hiding something. Am I wrong? That... What's the matter? If you're worried about the camera, why not write it down? Well... We're friends, so you should be able to trust me. Isn't that what you said before? You're right, there shouldn't be any secrets between friends, but... There's nothing worse than expressing doubt about your friend when you don't have evidence for it. Okay, kids, for, I think, the first time in the stream, you actually have a material choice here. So, do we want to share what we suspect about Sakura with Kirigiri? Or do we want to keep it a secret for now? Well, let me know your preference in the chat. I am beholden to you. Laura says, we love Kyoko, don't we? Well, Info certainly seems to trust Kyoko. I don't know. It's on you guys. Do you trust Kyoko enough to have our secret? Okay, it feels the Info Shark and Laura are in agreement that we can trust Kyoko. Are you set on that? Do you want us to tell her about Sakura? What's the correct answer? I'm not telling you. Agreed. Good. Do it. Do it. We tell her. I haven't found conclusive evidence yet. If I talk about it now, it could make things much worse. Friends shouldn't keep secrets, but there's nothing worse than expressing doubt about your friend when you don't have evidence for it. It won't let us yet. But as soon as we have conclusive evidence, we will tell her in that case, so don't tell her. Sorry, I can't tell you. Not yet. So that's your answer. But do you think that's fair? You were happy to hear what I had to say, and now you're unwilling to share. I'm sorry, I really am. It's fine. Goodbye. With those as her parting words, Kyoko left me standing there alone. I think I made her mad. I've already taken a good look at things around here. There's a lot to think about. For now, I should head back to the dining hall and talk to the others. It's okay, guys. I've verified that you wanted to tell her. If we find hard evidence at Sakura, we will go ahead. Not long after I got to the dining hall, the others began to trickle in. And after a few minutes... So, is this everyone?
Do.
Okay, let's discuss what we discovered. Yeah, good idea. Okay, let's start from the left. There was a big shelf in the chem lab on the first floor. It had all kinds of chemicals and stuff.
What?
And there was an all-star cast of nutrient additives and supplements. You should at least go take a peek. I highly recommend it. I think you and Ogre are probably the only ones interested in stuff like that. But it's not all good stuff, though. There was medicine and health stuff on top, but on top of that, there was also a bunch of different poisons. Poison? They were all labelled clearly, though, so it'd be hard to grab one by mistake. Still, we better make sure we're careful around there. And we probably shouldn't tell Byakuya or Toko about the poison, right?
Huh?
What do you mean? Well, just in case. You know what I'm trying to say? Just in case. Yeah, I think you're right. It's Byakuya. It won't be long until he's discovered it for himself. But to put something as dangerous as poison right out in the open, that's absolutely the work of the mastermind. I found a couple of rooms on the 4th floor. They were locked. The data center and the headmaster's room. The headmaster's room? That sounds exactly like the kind of place we'd find some clues. If we can somehow unlock the door and get inside. Who cares about a stupid lock? It should be no problem for the world's strongest missing link to knock down that one measly door.
What was that? No, please continue. Did you say I've got the nicest butt on the block? The curviest hips in town? Is that what you said?
Hell no, I didn't.
Then what did you say? 'Cause I know you weren't talking about tearing down the door to the headmaster's room. Knocking down your headmaster's door? What kind of war on education you trying to start here? That's my room, you know. It's now, anyway. And you're thinking of busting it down? You seriously don't want to piss me off. You have any idea how much bacteria lives on a single bear claw?
No, I was just kidding. Please don't get mad.
I'm not mad.
You're totally mad.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to add a rule for this, but if you're gonna go around having those thoughts, I have no choice but to add it to the school regulations.
Seriously?
Breaking down a locked door is prohibited. There's a rule now, you jerks.
The new rule has been added to the regulations menu. Is he gone? Phew, man, I was scared for my life. I was sure he was going to kill me for serious. But if he would go out of his way to make up a rule like that, there's no doubt that something important must be hidden in the headmaster's room. But now that's a rule, so there's nothing we can do. Metal sheets had been attached to all the windows on the 4th floor. None of them budged an inch. Just like everywhere else. Escape from the 4th floor seems unlikely. That was to be expected, though. Kyoko? She's ignoring me. Hey, Makoto. Does Kyoko seem upset to you? She is, isn't she? She's totally mad. Yeah, it looks like it. I bet it's your fault, isn't it? You must have done something to her. Oh, this is bad. So has everyone said what they need to say? I think so. But it looks like nobody found any clues at all, let alone a way out of here. I haven't been this depressed since my house burned to the ground. Someone do something to cheer me up. Can I say something? It's because my dad was smoking in bed. No, I have something important I'd like to report. So you guys all remember, right? You remember when I found a picture up on the 3rd floor the other day? You mean the one that showed Mondo, Chihiro, and Leon all together, right? Yeah, I remember, but what about it? Well, I found another one. Another picture almost just like that one. Another one? But this time the picture was of Celeste, Hifumi, and Sayaka. Huh? And they were all smiling. And the classroom in the picture didn't have any metal covering on the windows. So the picture of Mondo, Chihiro, and Leon wasn't the only one. Now you find one that says Celeste, Hifumi, and Sayaka? That is exactly what you just said, Sakura. But how can that... Monokuma must have faked it. But the picture is real. Then everyone who was in it... There would have to be some kind of hidden connection there, don't you think? Some deeper truth that we just don't understand. It can't be, it's a fake. But Monokuma said it was real. I know we could just write that off as a lie, but... Then you trust Monokuma's word over the people who have died? Huh? That's what you're saying, isn't it? No, that's not it. I'm shocked. You told everyone how we should believe in our friends, but you refused to do the same. That's not... What's going on, Kyoko? Why are you getting so emotional? I don't understand why she's so angry.
Mama!
Come on, guys, stop fighting or all your good luck is going to float away. Anyway, Makoto, you're thinking too much. There's no way Monokuma didn't fake that picture. He's just trying to confuse us. You shouldn't listen to anything Monokuma has to say. You might be right, but still... Are you still so conflicted? Looks like you guys have stopped playing nice. Byakuya! You'll have the same sunken look on your faces. You're all so ugly before, you shouldn't let them sink any lower. When I look at you, it makes me think of a frog sinking into a pile of manure. Sorry. Why are you apologizing? Leave us alone, you're not part of this. That's true enough, your problems aren't mine. We are and always will be completely separate. So whatever's causing your faces to turn so ugly has nothing to do with me. And if I happen to discover a vital clue, it wouldn't concern you in the slightest. Huh? Did he finally say something useful?
No.
Byakuya, what have you been up to? I don't mind telling you, perhaps forcing your lazy brains to get to work might do you some good. I was in the bath. What else would you like to know? Today's lottery numbers? He was taking a bath? Is he saying he's been talking to Alter Ego? Did he tell him something? Maybe we should all go to take a bath. Good idea. A mixed bath?
Yes.
A mixed bath! If Alter Ego really did tell him something, I wonder what it could have been. Well, I feel that's a clue. That's not the bathhouse. That one is. Any air info, Byakuya just endlessly sucks. Agreed. When I got to the dressing room, Toko was sitting alone on the bench, the laptop in front of her. Toko, did you decide to come and hear what Alter Ego has to say too? I already heard it with Master. With Master. You don't have to keep saying it. Anyway, what are you doing right now? Oh, but Laura, Hira said there weren't going to be any more murders, so Byakuya's not going to die. He's immortal. Shut up. Stop bothering me. Get out of the way. We have to talk to Alter Ego. No, I made Master a promise. Promise? Master told me to wait here. That's what I'm doing. What are you, his dog? If that's what Master wants, I'll do anything he asks. You just love being mistreated. Well, finally, if you want me gone, by all means. I can tell you now, Laura, we're on chapter 4, and there are 6 chapters in the whole game. So, yeah, I think odds are likely you'll get at least one murder in that.
Hey guys, what's going on?
We'd like you to move.
Sure thing, just kneel before me and beg.
First a mega masochist, now a super sadist. Oh, for fuck's sake, Jill, get out of the fucking way. Oh, Toko, seriously, I'm asking nicely to let us use the laptop.
Didn't hear what I said? I told you to kneel and beg.
Come on, Makoto, give her the old 1-2 combo. Drop to your knees, 2, beseech. Why are you acting like you're not part of this? I was as desperate as I felt. Finally, I did kneel down in front of her and said, please, I'm begging you, will you please let us use the laptop?
Such an ultra-miraculous feeling of happiness. My pent-up anger at Master for abusing me is evaporating.
So even you realise it's abuse?
No.
That should be enough, right? Hurry up and let us talk to Alter Ego.
Okay.
Hey, Alter Ego. Everyone, come closer. I already told Byakuya, but I was finally able to crack open all the files that were on this laptop. Sorry to have kept you all waiting.
So?
Just what I thought. Finally, the time has come. Oh, I'm starting to get kinda nervous. I felt the same way. Resting on the keyboard, my hands had started to shake. Move. The single word was like a sharpened blade. Wounded, I moved to let her take over.
Duh.
Here we go. Kyoko began typing, the words appearing as fast as I could read them. Can you tell us what you found out? Sure. I analysed the files and extracted all the useful information I could find. And one particular important fact I discovered was a certain plan had been put into effect here. To isolate the students of Hope's Peak Academy and create a communal life for them. That was the stated goal of the plan. But it was meant to be more than just a normal school life. The students were intended to live out the rest of their lives here. That's exactly the situation we found ourselves in. It's quite unthinkable, isn't it? And what's more, the one who came up with the plan was none other than the administrators of Hope's Peak themselves. What? Wait on. Then the reason we've been imprisoned here, it wasn't the work of some psycho freak or criminal organization or whatever. It was the school itself? That doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that? I don't think Alter Ego is finished. Perhaps we should hear the rest. It seems like the reason they devised the plan was because of what happened 1 year ago. That's how they described that event. They said it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. What does that mean? Yeah, what kind of name is that for something? Otherwise known as the tragedy, it was apparently some sort of devastating occurrence. Because of the tragedy, Hope's Peak Academy was forced to discontinue its role as a school and close down. I see, things are finally starting to make sense. What this means is 1 year ago this tragedy took place, and whatever it was forced Hope's Peak to shut down. From there they decided to use the school as a kind of staging ground. They planned to sequester the students here where they would live out the rest of their lives. But why would the Hope's Peak administrators want to shut everyone out like that?
Oi.
And what could this tragic event have possibly been? In a flash, Kyoko had typed their question into the computer. The answer they got was, I'm sorry, I don't know. If that information was ever on this computer, it's gone now. I'm totally useless, I'm sorry. And that's all he said. Then it's really the end? We get halfway through the answer and that's it?
Yeah.
It would appear so. Disappointing. Ah, wait! There's one other thing I forgot to mention. I think it might be important. I believe it has to do with the mastermind. The mastermind? Kyoko's fingers moved even faster than they had so far. Did you figure out the mastermind's identity? No, that I still don't know, but I did find a clue, I think. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalised the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned this all out. And according to files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible that he's even somewhere in the school right now. The headmaster is here in the school?
Yes.
Then the mastermind, Monokuma's been calling him the headmaster,
Yes.
right? Which makes the real headmaster just that more suspicious. But if we break down the door to his room, we're dead, right? So what are we supposed to do? I'll find a way. Huh? No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster. No matter the cost. Kyoko, what's going on? I can't explain. I just know I have to find him. She has to? Kyoko, what's going on with you? When she heard about the headmaster, her reaction was almost violent. We should see if Alter Ego has any more information. That seemed to be her attempt to regain her composure. She started typing again. Did you learn anything else? I'm sorry, that's everything I found. All the information on this laptop seems to be pretty old, so that's all I can do from here. I'm really sorry. Then it really is all over. Wait, Alter Ego seems to have more to say. Well, it's kind of a different topic, but I was wondering about something. I haven't seen Celeste, Hifumi, or Taka since yesterday. A heavy silence fell across the room. The only sound was the precise clicking of keys as Kyoko typed. They're all dead. What? I see. Certainly I knew that was a possibility, but it really happened. Oh, I'm sorry. There's no point in me getting depressed over things I can't do anything about. Well then, I guess that's it. That's it. A simple phrase that held so much meaning. She began typing again. You've done your job. Thank you. I'm done? I guess I am, huh? Then maybe I'll take a little rest. I'm kinda tired. Goodbye, everyone. I'll see you later. With that, the laptop entered sleep mode. So Alter Ego did everything he could. We won't have to talk to him that much anymore. But I feel kind of sorry for him. You feel sorry? But he's a computer program, right? I know, but he still did everything he could for us, you know? Yeah, he did, but that's what a computer program is designed to do. You don't tell a computer good job every time you shut it down, do you? Well, no. But when we talked to Alter Ego, I guess I just didn't see it that way. I know what you mean, I feel the same. Hey, come on, it's just a program. You can tell the difference between a program and a friend, right? But you know, what's the difference between us and a program, really? Huh? I started thinking about how you would differentiate a person and an AI. Alter Ego isn't human, I know that. He's just a program running on a computer. But at the same time, I can't help but think of him as our friend. Yeah, he's no different from us. He's still our friend. I think maybe I understand where you're coming from. There's no problem calling him a friend. After all, the more friends the merrier, right? Check this out. Friendship has no survival value. Instead, it gives value to survival. So anyway. Don't so anyway that. It's totally smart and cool thing that I quoted from I don't remember where. Anyway, there's nothing more Alter Ego can do to help us. As such, his role is over. Am I wrong about that? No, but... And quite frankly, I question the ease in which you decide who is and who isn't your friend. Do you really mean that? What? The story's gotten off track. We should go over what Alter Ego said one more time. Yeah, good idea. What was the Hope's Peak staff thinking? Why are they making us kill each other? Alter Ego said that happened 1 year ago is what started everything. Yeah, he said it was the biggest, most awful, most hopeless event in human history, right? It must have been a huge incident, whatever it was. But did something like that really happen a year ago? I don't remember anything like that you could describe that way. What about you guys? I don't really watch the news, so... Sorry, nothing comes to mind. Okay, Laura's theory is it's COVID. I guess it's topical with the times now. Danganronpa was made before COVID, let's note that. Interestingly, I played them all over COVID, and I can see the parallel though. Sorry, nothing comes to mind. That event led to the closing of Hope's Peak. If nothing else, it must have had some kind of connection to the school. Okay, Impo's going for CJD instead. We are sticking on those pandemics now. Maybe all the students here were killed or something. That kind of catastrophe would have been all over the news. At least one of us would remember it. And maybe they covered it up. That would explain why none of us knew the school had been shut down. Totally covering up something like that. Suppose it's not impossible. What's wrong with our government? Our taxes pay their salaries. They should be handling stuff like that. Maybe. But right now there's only one path open to us. We have to find the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. We have to find him and make him tell us everything. As long as we can get our hands on him, I think... Kyoko. When she said headmaster, I got that feeling again. But even if that is a problem, it's not so easily solved. Yeah, you're right. Well, our business is done here, so for now we should get out of here. Oh yeah, good idea.
Then I eat.
Huh? Is it really that dusty? Wait, I mean... Oh no, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm not guarding it. Byakuya's gonna be so mad at me. Let's avoid getting involved any further. Good call. As we left the dressing room, someone was there waiting for us.
My heart is pounding away.
I'm so sorry, Shirley. Forgive me.
It's pounding with anger.
You're still mad about that whole breaking into the headmaster's room thing, are you?
That little matter don't matter even a little. And I'm a little jealous of you guys enjoying a decent mixed bath, but that don't matter either. It's building. I feel it building. My head's about to boil over with rage.
Don't get angry. Here, let me help center your chakra.
Extras on the walls of your brain, okay? When you do something to me, I do it right back. An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang.
A fang for a fang? Sorry, Shreddy's flicking my hands, trying to get me to stop. Daft cat. Be careful, he just chanted the incantation of devastation. No, it's just a saying. Oh, I see. But what's he talking about? Oh, Laura's asking if Monokuma isn't the headmaster. Well, it depends how you think this is going, Laura. Either we legitimately did have an elite academy that had a robotic bear for a headmaster, which in Japanese fiction I guess isn't without precedent, or Monokuma is a terrorist who's kind of taken over the school and there is a real headmaster held hostage somewhere. But what's he talking about? Oh, Schrody, stop turning my laptop off. What are you doing?
校内放送です。午後10時になりました。ただいまより夜時間になります。
Where's your theory that Genocide Jack's the headmaster? I'd like to hear the reasoning. Where's that one come from?
まもなく食堂はドアをロックされますので立ち入り禁止となります。ではでは、いい夢を。おやすみなさい。
So it's nighttime. Okay, Laura does not have a reason for believing the headmaster is Genocide Jack. Just the lulz, apparently. She did it for the lulz.
No.
What does everyone want to do? Celeste was the one who suggested our nighttime rule, but she's gone now. I think we should still avoid being around in nighttime. I know it'd make me feel better that way. I agree.
So,
very well then. In that case, time for bed. Info, I don't think you can compare whatever the hell's going on Hope Speak to the student union in Revolutionary Girl Utena. So everyone headed back to their rooms. Monokuma's parting words left me feeling anxious the rest of the night. Once I was back in my room, I got lost in thought. What we learnt from Alter Ego kept spinning around and round in my mind. Well, I think we've got at least one more floor to discover based on the bars on floor 4, so your upside down castle might be behind there, Info. The administrators of Hope's Peak had planned all of this. They did it because of the tragedy which happened a year before. And apparently the headmaster is the one behind it all, the mastermind. All these mysteries make me worried, but I still have to try and unravel them bit by bit. I'm sure the road will be long and tough, but I don't have any other choice.
let's talk a bit about where I was before I became a bear. At first, I was at a total loss. I just had no idea what I should become. A lady in our tech support department suggested I try being a shrimp. She was like, oh, the company's been trying to push for this forever. It's a really incredible offer. But as she laid out all the details, it turned out I wasn't a tiger prawn like I hoped, but a little popcorn shrimp. That's totally tiny. I would have been like the world's smallest mascot. I like eating shrimp. I didn't want to become one myself. Plus someone might come along and step on me. So then the lady totally started laughing at me. She was like, you think we can do a tiger prawn on our budget? So ultimately, I decided to become a bear instead.
Monokuma 誕生秘話でした。
Schrody, decide where you're gonna sit, please. You're entangled in all my wires. Gorgeous girl.
Omaira.
お前ら、おはようございます。朝です。7時になりました。起床時間ですよ。さて、今日も張り切っていきましょう。
First things first, I need to head into the dining room hall. Schrody, you're making this as awkward as possible. You have to sit ramrod straight, face to face with me. Can you move? I can't use the joystick. There we go. Off we pop to the dining room. Byakuya just lurking in a corner over there. He did say the kitchen was totally stocked. And, Hina keeps talking about donuts, so you might get your butterclass on, Laura. As I entered the dining hall, the first thing I saw was her. What are you staring at? Oh, Toko. What, you think your eyes will just rot by just looking at me? Fine, then don't look at me. I think he's just surprised to see you in the breakfast meeting, that's all. Indeed, it's been quite a while since you last joined us. Yeah, what made you change your mind? Byakuya said he likes a girl to have some meat on her bones, so I'm gonna start eating. I'm gonna force it down into my stomach. I'm gonna eat till I drop. I refuse to lose! I wouldn't do that if I were you. Well, other than that, it looks like Kyoko isn't here. Oh, she said she'd come by later. Later? Yeah, after you leave. She's not even trying to hide it anymore. I know she said she wanted to show some backbone, but you didn't need to show her that much. You're dirty, Makoto. Dirty, President Dirty of Dirtlandia. You don't understand. You're the type who takes the stairs of love 3 steps at a time, aren't you? I'm telling you, it's not like that. Just shut up already, Hina. You've been running your filthy mouth like that all morning. Filthy? Me? Don't make me repeat myself. I'm not filthy. Oh, Laura is advocating murdering both Byakuya and Toko now. Oh, and Info thinks she could be stand to be less obsessed over Byakuya. Yeah, that is a point. I actually quite like Toko. She's like our party's tsundere. No use denying it. We can see how disgusting you are. Shut up. You and that lusty body of yours. Night after night, you go all out for your illicit club meetings. Hey, knock it off. I can't deal with dirty stuff like that. Your midnight extracurricular activities only put us in even more danger. Stop it. You'd like me to stop, wouldn't you? Your sweaty hands gripping that big, fat chalk tight. Going for all that extra credit, your screams are like the screech of a violated blackboard. And it's amazing. The indecent ideas are coming to me one after another. So would you rather have your black eye on the left or the right? Yeah, sorry.
Mama.
Let's leave Toko alone. She's gone a little funny from all her pent-up frustration. Anyway, you and Kyoko need to make up already, you know? Yeah, I know. I mean, of course I want things to get better as soon as possible, but with everything that's been going on, I haven't had a chance to talk to her about what I saw. Before anything, I need to talk to Sakura about it. I would suggest right now. Sakura? The big fat chalk. I wouldn't like to guess the thing, but I think from the start of the game we've had a bit of a hint that maybe Hina and Sakura are more than just friends. I mean, from the I think in the first trial it commented that they were kind of sharing a room together and stuff like that. And they do always hang out and work out together. Sakura? What is it? Can you make some time later? I was hoping I could talk to you. Now that Kyoko's dumped him, Makoto's trying to win Sakura's heart? No, Sakura's not a he. Sakura's a girl. Oh, she's a girl. Are you in heat, Makoto? I don't care who they are as long as they got the right equipment. Yeah. Watch out, Sakura. Makoto's been transformed into a wild beast. Prime Minister of Wild Beast of Histopia. Why is this happening to me? Can our talk wait till tomorrow? I'd like to get some rest today. For some reason I've been feeling worn down these last few days. Huh? Are you sick? Did you get hurt? No, nothing serious. I've just had some minor aches and pains. Huh? Is that? It must be because of that battle. But it must be pretty bad if you have to go rest. Are you sure you're okay? I'm sure a protein shake and some sleep will get me back on my feet. That's true. Protein is good for all kinds of stuff.
Oi.
You guys, like, worship protein. It's like you're god or something. Makoto, I don't know what it is you want to talk to Sakura about, but save it till tomorrow. She's in pain. Yeah, I got it. Sorry. Well, for now, let's eat. Eat? I'm kinda nervous. Huh? How come? Take protein shake as a euphemism if you want, Laura. Because I don't usually eat in front of people. Ever since I was a kid, I'd eat by myself. What about your family? Oh, well, yeah, I used to live with my dad, my mom, and my mom. You had 2 moms? What? That's just how things work. That's like a serious issue. Just let it go. You're asking for more trouble getting involved with her more than you have to. How dare you speak to me with that disgusting mouth of yours. Stop saying stuff like that. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and eat. If I don't, Kyoko will never show up. Pretty miserable situation, man. I scarfed down breakfast as fast as I could and immediately headed back to my room. Okay, I'm guessing we're gonna have free time if anyone wants to pick their subjects this time. Yep, it's definitely the free time music. I'll have to wait till tomorrow to confront Sakura about what I saw. But in a way, I'm kind of relieved. It takes a lot of courage to stand face to face with Sakura and accuse her of something. So, free time, who we gonna bother this time? We might still be able to chat with Sakura. Let's go and see. Let's go see if we can find her, Laura. If she's on the map, we can presumably speak to her. She's in her bedroom. Let's go figure out where is she. She's right on the end by the look of the map. Guess I should press the doorbell. It's you! It's okay if we talk more tomorrow. Right now I need to rest. Okay, no, you can't have Sakura. You'll have to pick someone else. Okay, we're gonna go and punch Byakuya in the face. I'm not entirely sure it'll work out that way, but I like your optimism. You actually find the fucker. Where is he? Where are they all hiding? They're all on the top floor? There's Kyoko, there's Byakuya. Okay, he's in whatever little room that is. Oh, they're in the teacher's office. You want Ralph to say that? Okay, Laura. Since you paid the bits. Gotta get my Ralph voice back and not my Monokuma one.
Me fail English? That's impossible!
Yep, that's the voice.
Eat shit, Byakuya!
That's hard to say. You can't imagine Ralph saying eat shit.
Eat shit, Byakuya! I'm Ralph! Eat shit, Byakuya!
There you go. Took a few tries. Hard to go back to Ralph now I've been doing Monokuma for so long. I've definitely just wrenched all my vocal cords. Ralph needs more practice.
Nanda.
What's the matter? Thinking about who you might like to kill? Well, choose wisely. This game, loss means nothing less than death. Should we hang out for Byakuya for a while? Fine, I don't mind allowing you to indulge in my attention. I hope you appreciate this. We do need to go and buy some more presents, actually, at some point. I spent some time with Byakuya. We grew a little close today. Let's give him a present if we've got something that we think the ultimate affluent prodigy would like. He's on to you. No, we don't have a lunchbox. Repeat ring. Glasses. He wears glasses. Would you like more, do we think? Cheap watch. For his thumb. Possibly not one for him. That's what Byakuya would actually like. Try the dandelion. Okay, doesn't like my dandelion. I have a question for you. Huh? You do? Something's been bothering me for a while now, and I can't take it anymore. So to my question. I need you to explain to me what exactly your ultimate lucky student title means. Oh, well, I don't totally get it myself, but what I do know is I was picked at random from a pool of normal students. So you got into Hope's Peak by blind luck? I see. Well, that answers my question. What was the question? How a commoner like you with absolutely no unique talents or abilities could get into this school? Oh, I forgot to mention boring. How boring, untalented, utterly generic commoner got in. Boring? Generic? Did you really have to list all that off? But that's the truth. Maybe compared to you, the ultimate affluent prodigy and all. That's not Byakuya's voice anyway. But even, you seem to think it's merely an issue of title, but make no mistake. My lineage, intelligence, figure, athletic ability, they are all ultimate. Which is to say, I am the ultimate perfection. Feel free to begin calling me that, in fact. He's really taking this to the extreme. You who have nothing and I who have everything, we are living proof that not all men are created equal. You have my pity, Makoto. Life can be very cruel indeed. And because I pity you so much, perhaps someday I'll allow you to hear my tale of glory. Consider it a blessing, a gift from me to you, to allow you to bask in my glory. Having finished his mean-spirited lecture, Byakuya left me standing there in silence. I learnt one thing about Byakuya today. Anytime I talk to him, I need to be prepared for extreme psychological trauma. Oh, we've got a new skill as well. At least we got something out of being insulted. Okay, we can have some more free time. I'll let you pick who we do next. But while you do, I am just going to run to the store because I'm running out of presents. Just to buy some more presents for people. We do want to be able to keep paying them off. So I'm just going to use the Gashapon machine while you decide who you want to socialise with next. Oh, come on, run button. Such a weird combination of buttons to use this machine. Do you really want more Byakuya? You guys hated Byakuya. Okay, we got a counter argument. So which one do you guys actually want? You want Hina or Byakuya? Whichever one I don't do this time, I'll do if we get another free time. I don't know how many there'll be this chapter, but we'll find out. Is that a gun? Oh, donuts. I think I know who's going to want those. Well, if we go for Hina, we just got some donuts at least. She'll want them. All the food items just go to Hina. Aww. Do you like Hina info? Supply to be going on with. Oh, a baseball. I think we've lost the character that might have wanted the baseball. Okay, leave the area. Let's go find Hina. get on the flipping map. Map. Okay, last time they were all hiding on the top floor. They're still there. Oh, she's in the dining room. She's actually on this floor? No, that's the other area. Where is it? That one. Right. Dining room. Where the hell are we? That's interesting, there's another doorway though that's shut on this floor. I wonder what that's going to lead to. Where is she? Okay, let's hang out with Hina. You want to go for a run to relieve some of this stress? Hina and I went for a light run through the school. Hina and I grew a little closer. Yes, let's give her some donuts. If anyone's going to want the donuts, it is Hina. It was indeed a gun we picked up before. It was a golden gun, maybe be accurate like that. What the hell is an oblat? Oh shit! Oh, she really wanted it, turned out. Okay, I still don't know what an oblat is, but Hina wanted one. Hey Makoto, I'm so tired. Hey, you look pretty tired. What happened? I woke up earlier than normal this morning, so I decided to do a push-up, sit-up, squat set. I ended up doing 1,000 of each. Well, that would explain it. Tired, so tired. I want something sweet. I want those things you get when you mix flour, sugar, butter and eggs and deep fry them. It's gotta be a churro if it's deep fried. You're talking about churros? Oh man, churros are good too. Crunchy on the outside, chewy on the inside. It's almost the same as what I'm craving. I guess you could probably put them in the same category, huh? Okay, it's similar to churros. It's donuts. Oh, I know. You want some donuts, don't you? Don't tell anyone, but there's actually a bunch of frozen donuts in the warehouse. Throw those in the microwave for a few seconds and just imagine. Imagine the warm chewiness of that donut. You know what I'm saying, right? You'd eat the crap out of it, right? You really do love donuts, huh? Oblat. Oh. Laura's given me a dictionary definition. Oblat is a thin, edible layer of starch used to wrap candies and pharmaceuticals. Ah! Yeah, I think I've had that on candy before. Like Japanese candy. I know what you mean. Is there anyone on Earth, no, in the whole universe, who can say they hate donuts? Well, fun fact about me, personally I can't stand the things. Think about the sensation of biting into a donut. First the sweetness floods your mouth, then the soft dough cushions you. Next you get that hint of egg and butter, right? Your whole body starts to melt. Anyone who actually eats donuts like to confirm this? Really cannot stand the things. You feel like you're falling into the centre of the donut itself. When people talk about the donut effect, that's what they're talking about. That's absolutely not true. I can't take it anymore. I'm drooling like Niagara Falls over here. Get out of my way, Makoto, or I got an uppercut with your name on it. I'm not in the way. Wait for me, god of donuts! Almost before she was done talking, Hina took off like a bat out of hell. Whenever I'm around her, I feel like I'm soaking in the essence of human vitality. After I watched her run off, I went back to my room. Is that it for socializing, or do we get any more? Oh, fuck. He made a special announcement to ask us to come to the gym. And he sounded pretty serious about it, too. who wants to go to the gym to see what motive we're getting next? The last one was just the huge pile of cash, right? So what do we reckon the bear is going to give us this time? You're the last one. Everyone else is already inside. Aren't you going to go in? I have a bad feeling about this. More than just a feeling, probably. Monokuma did call us all together, after all. Sakura. Makoto. If something happens to me, Hina. Huh? No, never mind. I'm in. Who would ever believe in someone who doesn't believe in themselves? Sakura? Everyone must have heard the announcement, and so, once we were gathered in the gym, it began.
Okay, let's get this show on the road.
You're about to give us your next motive presentation, aren't you?
Huh?
You got us all together to present another motive, right? Is he right?
We have to go through all this again?
Oh no, not again! I can't take it anymore! I'm impressed by your level of dismay. You finally see just how low on the totem pole of life you really are.
No. That's not it at all. We're not here to talk about motive. The reason I gathered you all here was so I could get rid of my grudge.
Your grudge? We have a grudge against you, of course, but I don't recall you ever having a grudge against us.
I told you yesterday, didn't I? An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang.
Stop beating around the bush. Just tell us what you're talking about.
Well, Byakuya, you've already told everyone how one of you might be working as a spy for me, right?
Yeah? So what about it?
Well, today I'd like to tell you all about that spy.
What?
So guess what? The spy is actually Ogami Sakura.
He said it so openly, he made it sound like it wasn't that big of a deal. Even though he just revealed a huge secret. What? What did you just say? He said the spy is Sakura. What are you talking about? There's no way Sakura is a spy. Right, Sakura? Sakura? And I might just make Sakura fulfill a promise she made sometime soon. And if she doesn't, well, I can't be responsible for what might happen to that hostage of mine. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. What you guys choose to do with that information, it's up to you. Roast a boiler, kill her, don't kill her, whatever. Either way, I can't wait. And just like that, he was gone. Finally, I understood what he had been talking about. An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang. In other words, betrayal will be met with betrayal. So, what does this mean? Is it true? Has Oga really been spying on us for the mastermind? What are you saying? There's no way! But that is what the stuffed animal said, right? Well, he's wrong! There's just no way! Well, Sakura, if he's wrong, all you have to do is tell us. Sorry I didn't tell you earlier. What? Then he was being serious? For serious? Oga's been working for the mastermind? I'm sorry.
You've been lying to us all this time?
It's not true. Sakura was probably being controlled. There's got to be some reason. She didn't have a choice. She was just forced to do it. Yeah, I'm sure Hina's right. The mastermind probably threatened us somehow, and Sakura had no choice but to do what she was told. What? You're talking like you know that for a fact. Because I do know it for a fact. Because I saw it. I saw Sakura and Monokuma fighting, and that's when I heard it. Monokuma mentioned a hostage a second ago, right? And during their fight I heard Sakura say she decided to fight against the mastermind.
So.
You saw all that? The mastermind took a hostage and you were forced to swear loyalty to them, right? But in the end you made up your own mind to betray the mastermind. Which means Sakura is our enemy. She's a friend who we can trust without question, is that it? Ridiculous. Do you live in some kind of alternate reality fairy tale? She was the mastermind's tool. You absolutely cannot trust someone like that. He's right. We can't just believe whatever she says now. How can we even be sure she really did betray the mastermind? Maybe this is a double bluff and she's still doing exactly what the mastermind wants. Sakura would never do that. Okay then, Sakura, if you really have cut ties with the mastermind, then tell us who they really are. Well, I'm sorry I can't. Even I don't know that. You don't know? Well, that just makes you all the more suspicious. She's telling the truth. You have to believe her. Shut up. I'm not finished questioning her. Next question. What's this about a promise? What did the mastermind order you to do? I was told to kill one of my friends. I suddenly felt like the temperature in the room had dropped 20 degrees. The weight of those words. I see. So even now you've taken aim on our lives. You're wrong. I'm telling you, Sakura would never do that. You don't need to yell. We can hear you just fine. Don't you have an inside voice? It's because you're not listening to me.
What?
Please stop. You don't need to defend me anymore. I have to take full responsibility for this.
Demo.
And how do you intend to do that? By destroying the mastermind.
What?
I'm going to challenge them. Even if it means we both go down, I will defeat them. That is how I intend to take responsibility. What do you mean if you both go down? Hina, I'm sorry. I didn't tell you about this. What? I didn't know what to do. I went back and forth about confiding in you again and again. But I was scared. I thought if I told you, you might think less of me. Sakura. I'm sorry. Sakura turned away from us and left the gym. And then...
校内放送です。午後10時になりました。ただいまより夜時間になります。まもなく食堂はドアをロックされますので、立ち入り禁止となります。ではでは、いい夢を。おやすみなさい。
Well, it's night time. We should all go to bed. Hold on, this whole thing with Sakura is... over. She's our enemy and there's nothing more to discuss. No, Sakura is not our enemy. Why doesn't anyone understand her? What is it you think you understand? You didn't even know who she really was. Let it go for now, Hina. Talking about it isn't going to help anything. Go to your room, cool down, and we can continue this discussion tomorrow. It was the worst. The mood at the end of the night was just the worst. Being in such an awful mood, we were honestly glad the day was over. So, I can see from the comments you all guessed Sakura was the traitor. Who would have thunk? Sakura is the spy? She's the traitor? Byakuya said Sakura is the enemy, but he's wrong. She's not my enemy, she's my friend, without a doubt. But what can I do? What can I do to make everyone believe in Sakura? How?
As long as you're human.
Sorry, our voice is going.
As long as you're human, there will always come a point when you wish you could do things differently. Even a baseball player in the major leagues. Even a soccer player touring Europe. Even a famous singer who started her career as a backup dancer on a sketch comedy show. She makes a brilliant debut, but instead of going for more, she marries some third-rate actor and retires. Every human has regrets, has things they'd like to go back and change.
僕にはありません。だってクマだから。
spirit, I guess. Omaira.
おはようございます。朝です。7時になりました。起床時間ですよ。さて、今日も張り切っていきましょう。
I'm worried about Sakura. I need to hurry up and get to the dining hall. Oh, off we go. Leave the area. If anyone's been murdered yet, or are we good for another day? It only takes a couple of days. Oh, Makoto, are you okay? Oh, what do you mean? You're late, so we were worried about you. What a dullard. Toko, Byakuya, what are you doing here? They're taking refuge here. Refuge? Don't make that stupid face. We have to protect ourselves against the Mastermind's tool. The Masterminds? Are you talking about Sakura? That's when I finally noticed. The only one that wasn't in the dining hall was Sakura. Huh? Where is Sakura? All I know is if she was here, I wouldn't be. The only reason I went out of my way to join the rest of you was as a safeguard against that threat. Threat? Why do you hate her so much? Isn't it obvious? It's because this makes things unfair. Unfair? The game should be fair to all players. The existence of a spy for the Mastermind upsets that balance. That's a stupid reason. Stupid? This is a life or death game, is it not? It is stupid, and you're a stupid idiot. Before you get too far into your argument, maybe you should stop and think things through. Why did the Mastermind reveal that Sakura was the spy to us? They were getting revenge on her, right? Like Monokuma said, an eye for an eye? That may be part of it, but it's not the whole picture. Revealing the fact also meant to serve as the next motive that the Mastermind wanted to give us. The chaos and confusion born from suspicion, the hatred. In other words, this right here, the fighting, the bickering, is the trap the Mastermind laid for us. Knowing that, will you still stand here and argue like children? That's not what I'm trying to do, it's just... I mean, how can I get you guys to believe in Sakura again? If she can really beat the Mastermind like she said, that'll go a long way in my mind. Idiot, you would really ask her to do something dangerous? What if something terrible happens to her? It wouldn't matter. What? If Sakura were to die, that's one less person for the Mastermind to control, and I have no problem with that. Hold on, Byakuya. In fact, if she did die, that would settle this entire issue, wouldn't it? It would put the whole problem to rest.
何をする？
そんなの最低だよ。正真正銘の人でなしだよ。そんなこと言う。あんたこそ、あんたの方こそ、死ねばいいんだよ。
なんだと？
I should have died? Interesting. Then are you planning to take care of that yourself? Go ahead and try it if you dare. That's how it works in here, after all. You think I can't do it? Hina, calm down. That's exactly what the Mastermind wants. It's exactly what Sakura doesn't want. What's wrong? Lost your nerve? I'm leaving. I'll be in my room. Trembling with anger, Hina ran off. That stupid cow, how dare she? She should die 1,000 deaths, no 1,000,000. You want to call it now? You reckon Byakuya's going to be the victim and Hina the killer? Laura has spoken. Let's see if you can vie in for ultimate clairvoyance. You didn't identify that public urinator that time. So she was just another hysterical little girl, hardly worth my attention. Is that what other people having feelings, Byakuya? It's what other people call having feelings, Byakuya, and all you can do is mock them for it. Chapter 5 is Toko kills Hina. You're calling the entire game now. What's wrong with that?
Nah.
A friendly word of warning. Someday that attitude is going to come back and bite you. Hard. And I will happily elude its attempt. So, you know... How about we, eat? Maybe now's not a good time. Without a word, each of us left the dining hall. We headed back to our rooms one by one. Phew. So what should I do today? Okay, it's party time. I'm not sure how many I'll actually let us socialise with, but who do you guys want to try first? Okay, chapter 6 is Sakura kills Toko and Makoto and Kyoko. Sakura kills Toko, Makoto and Kyoko make up, get married, live happily ever after. And you haven't come to a conclusion about where Hiro's going to go in all of this. Fair enough. Probably Yasuhiro. Anyway, Laura and Info, if you're still there, who do you want to socialise with this free time? So I'm just pacing backwards and forwards at the moment. You can try any one of them. You know, if they don't speak to us, we'll just move on to another. Y'all don't come to a decision quick, I'm going to make one for you. You want to try Sakura? See if we can figure out where she's wandered off to. Or are people hiding onto there? Sakura. What room that is. We're on the top floor, we are on the top floor. She's in the chem lab. Yeah, there she is. Oh yep, we can spend time with Sakura, let's go. Even if I don't feel like talking, you'll still stand by me. I still don't understand you, Makoto. Without saying a word, I stood by Sakura. Sakura and I grew a little close today. Let's see if we've got anything sporty that she might like. That was a flotation donut, it's not an edible donut. She's a diamond ring kind of girl. You really want to give me something so splendid? You know, I'm not quite sure why, but somehow you remind me of him. Sorry, forget I said that, I'm just talking to myself. Anyway, I feel a little better now, thank you. Seeing Sakura so pleased with something I gave her made me happy. That was nice, at least. Okay, we can go and see someone else. Who do you want to talk to next? We got one more. Just gonna wander till one of you tells me who you want to talk to. Go and see Tina for info again? Yeah, sure. I was just wondering if I could speak to Alter Ego, but apparently not. Yeah, let's go find her. Oh, I actually pressed the right button first try and cancelled out. Of course I had it. She's in the dining hall, interestingly with Sakura. to Hina.
Oh man.
Listen, I'm really sorry, but I kind of want to be alone right now. Okay, Hina won't talk to us. Sorry, Info. Sorry, you can't have Hina. Let's get back out. So, we've got Hiro and Toko over there. We have Kyoko. No, let's go try talking to her. She's in the dressing room. Dressing room. One's the back house. Yeah, she is just in the corner. Go away. She won't even look at me. Oh, too bad. You're picking all the ones that won't speak to us. Kyoko is not our friend at the moment. But we tried to tell you the truth. The game just wouldn't allow it. Got more Byakuya. They're all basically in this area. So Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro, I guess, or Sakura again, whichever you fancy. Right, punch Byakuya in the face. I think he was in the warehouse. I've got been caught on the wall. And Toko. In another day's time, they might all be dead anyway. Sakura and Hina. Finally some action. Things are starting to become interesting. Oh, I didn't see you standing there. Do you need something? Fine, I don't mind allowing you to indulge my attention. I hope you appreciate this. I spent some time with Byakuya. I grew a little closer. I reckon he'd like the golden gun because it sounds like something like a wealthy prick would like. Now this is a rare moment. Coming from a noble family, I've never been exposed to such vulgarity. Interesting, I think I'll keep it. Seeing Byakuya was so pleased with something I gave him makes me happy. Just to be clear, being the ultimate affluent prodigy is just one of my many talents. Some people think I rely on the care and protection of the Togami name. Huh? Is this a monologue or something? But I don't rely on my family, rather I am my family's saviour. The Togami Corporation reaches across the world, true, but I will take us to even greater heights. It is expected of me, naturally. After all, even my own family has recognized my ultimate superiority. In other words, even amongst the Togami family, I am the chosen amongst chosen. So much confidence. And that confidence is justified, I assure you. It comes from battles I've fought and won. Battles? I am personally worth over $4 billion, separate from my Togami family's assets. How the heck did you make that much money? The stock market. I buy and sell shares and assets based on market trends, all within a single day. Surely someone as simple-minded as you has heard of this technique. So he buys and sells stuff on the stock market, doing everything in a single day. I believe that's called... I don't actually know, but I think one thing stands out there. You're talking about day trading, right? You're able to make $4 billion doing that? Well, first I started doing it just to keep myself occupied, and before you knew it, there it was. It's really not a big deal. I'd say it's a super big deal. Wait, our high school is even allowed to buy stocks and stuff? I'm Togami Byakuya. Is that meant to be an explanation? $4 billion is nothing to the Togami Corporation, but for personal use, it's not bad. So now you understand, right? I'm not merely the child of modern-day nobility. You know, Byakuya, maybe we should start calling you the ultimate day trader. Oh, I don't do that anymore. It was too simple, so I got bored of it pretty quickly. Jeez, do you realise how insulting that sounds to the rest of us? Of course, that's how I feel about everything I do. Frankly, life is too easy. It's only natural for me to do whatever I want in this world. Man, he really is confident. We're like worlds apart, galaxies apart. Okay, we had the joy of talking to that fucker again. Still reeling from Byakuya's story, I went back to my room. Where I imagine stuff's gonna happen now.
放送です。午後10時になりました。ただいまより夜時間になります。まもなく食堂はドアをロックされますので、立ち入り禁止となります。ではでは、いい夢を。おやすみなさい。
Nighttime already. Tonight feels somehow uneasy. We still haven't settled things with Sakura. Everyone's in a terrible mood. I just hope nothing happens tonight.
After I declined the offer to become a shrimp, the tech support lady just refused to drop the issue. Once the shrimp idea was dead, she came back suggesting I should become a crab instead. How much can one person love castration? I said no, of course, and she shot back. Okay then, how about I make you extra special and you can be a crab that walks sideways and backwards? But how's that any better? I don't want to go sideways or backwards, I want to go forward. I heard her annoyed sigh on the other end of the line, and she said, "You just don't see the splendor of the crab. Have you ever heard the tale of the crab and the monkey?" Of course I've heard of it, I know all about it, but so what? The crab beats the monkey, but it's just some legend. Hardly relevant to our greed-obsessed modern society. Sure, monkeys still show up in movies and stuff from time to time, but not crabs. Monkey-themed clothes are sweeping the fashion world, and the crab doesn't stand a chance, right? What I'm saying is crabs have no place in today's light-speed world. Do your market research, lady. Which is why I chose the always popular berry.
Monokuma Tanjo Hiwa deshita.
Yeah, Laura's correct. Shout out to Nancy the crayfish, I think she was. Nancy is still our favourite crustacean. Hi, Shrody. Was I doing the bear voice again? It's okay, sweetie. I need to hug Shrody every time I do that voice for any length of time.
お前ら、おはようございます。朝です。7時になりました。起床時間ですよ。さて、今日も張り切っていきましょう。
So, do you reckon anyone's dead? Let's find out. I need to do something about Sakura. I better go to the dining hall and talk to the others about it one more time. Well, that was... Was that someone screaming? I think it came from the dining hall. Move a bit more urgently. Ah, it's choking me. Catching all my wires. Ah, Makoto, we got a big problem, man. What's wrong? Look! Hiro's finger shook as he pointed.
Asahira-san! 大丈夫？どうしたの？
ジェノサイダーだべ。そこのジェノサイダーが朝比奈っちを殺したんだ。
そんなわけないじゃん。
No, she's not dead. Open your eyes. No way she's dead.
Why? What happened? Well, Toko and Hina, all of a sudden they were just yelling and then... They knocked the pepper off the table. And that led to a sneeze.
The giant balloons are a little too perfect, aren't they? I might be flat, but at least mine are real. And look at my shapely collarbone. Doesn't it just set you on fire? Anyway, you totally knocked adorable boys. Just get her out of my sight, okay? Or else I'll start cutting and indulging myself for who knows how long.
Okay then, let's get Hina to the nurse's office. Come on, Hiro, help me. Sure thing. Genocide Jack's abrasive laugh chased us out the room as we carried Hina away. By the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse's office, she seemed to have finally regained her composure. Thank you. Are you sure you're feeling better? Yeah, it really was just a scratch. Still, that was super close. If you hadn't yelled out, you'd be dead right now. It's all thanks to me, you know. Yes, well, 1,000 thanks to you, sir. So sarcastic. That just makes you sound even more hostile. But man, I couldn't believe it. I was positive I was about to see someone's life come to an end. If I ever saw something like that, I'd never be able to sleep again, which would suck. I love sleep. Yeah, never mind the person who actually died, right? Hey, Hina, what the heck happened? Oh, we just got into a fight and I lost my temper. I flew off the handle. Let me guess. The flight was because of Sakura? At first I just tried to ignore it. If you let jerk buttholes get to you all the time, you'll never have any time left to live your life. But she just wouldn't let it go, so I just... Without thinking about it, I felt like I just wanted to punch her a dozen times. A dozen punches isn't really without thinking. And when things got out of hand, Genocide Jack got loose, right?
Oh man.
It's my own fault, but I just couldn't take it anymore. Because she was saying all these terrible things about my friend, you know? Before I knew it, Hina's eyes started welling up with tears. And just as the tears were on the brink of spilling over, the door to the nurse's office burst open. I thought it was going to fly off its hinges. And there she stood before us. Sakura! You're hurt. What happened? Oh, nothing. It's not a big deal. Makoto, hero, what is the meaning of this? It wasn't me, it was Genocide Jill. It's all that demented, murderous fiend's fault. Hurt Hina, damn you. Leave me alone, but hurt her? What is this? I'm okay, it really is just a scratch. Hero, if you want to hate somebody, you hate me. If you want to hurt someone, hurt me. I don't hate you exactly. Hero nearly tripped over himself as he ran screaming out the nurse's office. But just a second later, what's going on? What's all this noise about? Kyoko stood in the doorway of the nurse's office, taking Hero's spot in the room. I gather something happened? Kyoko, please, you have to stop Sakura. What? You don't need to stop me. I'm okay. I'm not going to do anything, I'm drawing a line right here and now. Drawing a line? Goodbye. Wait, Sakura! Hina sprang into action, leaving the nurse's office to chase after Sakura. The only ones left were... Kyoko? Are you still mad? Yeah, I figured.
Eva.
It's fine. Huh? About the issue we discussed earlier. It doesn't matter anymore. Then you do forgive me for not being able to talk about it? You could have told me about Sakura and Monokuma fighting, but you stayed quiet. You're only thinking of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You didn't want to confuse anyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw? That's what you were thinking, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? Yeah. Things like that. I wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you. What? Because ultimately, that means you don't trust me. No, that's not it. If that's how you feel, I can't really change your mind, so I'm sorry.
Eva.
It's fine, I've already forgotten about it. Besides, I may have overreacted. Huh? Anyway, it's over and done with. Like I said, let's just forget about it. Okay, thank you. Keep talking to her. The issue we talked about doesn't matter anymore, but I want to talk to you about something else. What is it you wanted to talk to me about? Actually, I'd like you to come somewhere with me. I have business there. Where? Just come with me and you'll find out. Well then, let's get going. With her typical indifference, Kyoko turned and walked away, setting a brisk pace. Oh, Kyoko! I hurried to catch up with her. She walked ahead in silence, and in silence I chased her. And eventually we arrived. The dressing room? So there's something else you mentioned. That's right, it has to do with alter ego. You said we didn't need alter ego anymore. I didn't say we didn't need him, I just said he'd done his job. Besides, it's not us that needs alter ego, he has business with us. Huh?
So,
Alter ego asked me to bring others to come and see him. Apparently he has something he wants to ask us. Alter ego wants to ask us something? Hello? So it's just the two of you, Kyoko and Makoto? Kyoko's fingers glided across the keyboard. Is two not enough? No, it's okay, two should be plenty. But what is it he wants to ask us? Let's find out, shall we? Kyoko typed in the question. What did you want to ask us? Oh yeah, so I'd like you to take me somewhere so you can connect me with the school network. What? Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied, why? Well, you said my job was done, right? But to stop here, saying I've finished my work, I don't want that. I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so we can all get out of here. That's what Master would want too. So to help everyone else, to solve the mystery of the school. The only way I can help is if you connect me to the school's network. But if you did that, that's basically suicide. I'm positive the Mastermind will find out about it. They'd find you and they'd... You agree, right, Kyoko? I realize how dangerous it could be, but still I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but... When I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might just think I'm some inhuman AI, but that's true. So it's okay. It's for the sake of everyone else, so I won't be afraid. I couldn't help but get lost in that voice. It was just too committed, too admirable, too fragile.
Ne.
You remember what you asked before, Makoto? You asked what the difference is between a person and a program, right? Yeah.
確かに。
When I talk to alter ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe it's a question that even the program's creator can't answer. But I can say this. There is no question that alter ego is our friend. Kyoko. To be honest, I don't want alter ego to push himself anymore. Because if we take any more risks, the Mastermind will really notice it. But let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect alter ego to the network. But he's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. And he says he wants to fight alongside his friends. If you were in his place, would you just sit by and do nothing in this situation? If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, could you just look the other way? Or would you stand up? Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them that you're their friend. Hey, are you guys fighting? If it's about me, please don't. I want to believe in myself. I want to be able to say I know I can do this. So please, let me try. And besides, there's one place where the Mastermind might not notice. One place? Remember, there's another place besides here where there's no surveillance camera. A room without a surveillance camera? I think the music room had one, so it was through the secret room. That's it! The secret room you told me about! I definitely remember there was no surveillance camera in there. And I do believe you can connect to the network from there. I remember seeing an Ethernet port in the wall. However, just because there's no camera doesn't mean there's no danger. There's no way to be sure the Mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We'll have to move alter ego and the Mastermind may spot us going into the secret room. If they pick up on any of this, then it's over. You're right. But despite all that, I think we need to try. Because that's our best chance of finding any new clues. Kyoko, in that case, will you let me carry him? There's no way you can hide him in what you're wearing, right? So let me do it. Okay then, I'll leave it to you. Thank you. Let's get started. It's going to be a little cramped for you, alter ego. Bear with us, okay? We started packing him up right away. I closed the laptop and stuffed it underneath my jacket. Oh, it tickles. Shh, you can't talk right now. We're going to move you to another room. Until we get you there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay? Understood. Your command has been implemented. Good. Having like a machine like that all of a sudden, I don't know how to react. In the secret room there are a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers, so there might be a network cable in there. Assuming the Mastermind hasn't taken it already. Well, all we can do is go and check for ourselves. Agreed, let's go to the secret room. Shit, what floor was it on? I think for 3, perhaps? Oh, Kyoko's up there, so that's a good sign. But it's stopping my free travel. Okay. Where do I get there then? On foot apparently. It's over near the gym. Every game will save us black holes for no good reason. Go. Come on, we have to hurry. Oh, it's the second floor. I'm grateful in that case. Makoto, you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go check again. What? Just hurry up and go. Make sure you don't run off. I'm gonna wait right here. Oh, I get it. She's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I made her mad again somehow. Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go. Okay, I'm going. And be thorough. I'm counting on you. Away we go. So she said a desk drawer. Okay, first we have to find a network cable. According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch in the drawer. Found it! This is a network cable, right? Now we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got to work. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with the cable. And that should do it. Yeah, I think it worked. Just leave the rest to me, I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world if I can. I'll see if I can call for help. So please just wait a little while longer. Just hold tight and put your faith in me. As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're going to get out of here, you and all the rest of us as friends. Friends? Even me? Thank you. Thank you, Makoto.
Naegi-kun.
How'd it go? Well, it went okay, but the documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
So.
I see. But there's nothing left for us here. Goodbye. Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore, that was for sure. Oh, Kyoko!
Nani?
Yes? So we're just gonna split up? Of course, I have no reason to stay with you at this point. Well, maybe, but isn't that a little too direct? Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance. That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about, like, what are you going to do about Sakura? Well, something has to be done, it's true. But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen. And what should we... If we can find some new clue that would likely change the situation, that's all we can hope for now. Which is why Alter Ego... Which is why all we can do is wait and believe in our friends. You're right. That's our only option. We parted ways and I headed back to my room. I'm kind of tired, so I laid down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving Alter Ego, but I was way more tired than I realised. So before long at all, I had completely dozed off. Huh? The sharp sound of a doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world.
Naegi-kun.
Makoto, get out here. Kyoko, what's going on? Hina just came to see me and she was white as a ghost. It sounds like something's happened. What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. I can't get the door open. Is it locked? Hey, Dina. Makoto! Kyoko! Dina, what's wrong? Something's not right! In the rec room! What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door and I hurried to look inside. And when I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in a chair like she's bowing her head?
Ne.
What's going on? Did something happen to her? I was just walking past and I happened to notice through the window, but I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking, I tried calling her name. She doesn't respond. So what should we do? What are we going to do? First of all, we need to get into that room, but the door's locked, right? And if we break it, we'll be violating school regulations. We're going to force our way in. I just said, the door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock. Huh? And why? It feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it a chair? Chair? Either way, this door isn't locked, which means as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then there's no problem if we break in. Let's smash the window, that should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll get something to break it with. Wait right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure... Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence, but that silence didn't last long. Here! I found a broom in the classroom. Use it! Naegi-kun. You can handle this, right, Makoto? Come on! Please hurry! Okay, you two, stand back. I took hold of the broom and swung it as hard as I could, aiming directly at the window. All it took was one solid hit. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed on it with all my strength and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her... all I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body. And then...
Danganronpa.
Oh kids, there's been a murder. So now thinking brains on, we gotta find that evidence.
Sakura-chan. Sakura-chan. 死んじゃったの?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on, at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wonder if she was confirming that Sakura really was dead, checking for a pulse or reaction. I have to get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And I... Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long, I got everyone. Ogre? Ah, so she's dead, huh? Sakura's been killed, I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began. You heard the announcement just now, right? So you all know what that means. Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say? No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room. It was one of you. Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, one of you killed Sakura. What? You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation? I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her. One of you did it. I just know it. You know it?
Geez, I don't know. Your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What are you doing here?
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer. That's right. It's the next Monokuma file. And don't get mad, Ms. Azahina. You gotta ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that...
Hold on. There's something I want to ask you. It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura. Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then...
And then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even that close. The whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end, even without me getting a chance to finish things with her. Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble for having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that. I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. So I don't know who it was, but whoever the Blackened is this time, I owe you one.
You owe them one?
Oopsie. Before you get all pissy-potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Because, I mean, all your lives are on the line, right? What the hell? He owes them one? I hate him. I hate this whole thing.
Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind, after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura. Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. Hina? I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura. Okay then, Hina's guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you. Me? You're always a thorn in my side. This time just stand by and watch quietly and consider that an order. An order? Fine, I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say. Which is... Hiro, Byakuya, and Toko, none of you are allowed to set foot in the crime scene. What? If one of you killed Sakura, I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her. Don't be stupid. Our lives are in as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of our time. How about compromise? I won't ask you to let all of it in, just let me in. What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway. Nah, I don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hiro, do you really object? If you're going to go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care? Then it's decided. Nothing's decided. I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But... we have to find out who killed Sakura. For those of us still alive, and to honour Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess it's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body? That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer, all of us face execution. Find out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's kind of a hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. I better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Ogami Sakura. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head, but no other injuries were noted. However, it seems at some point the victim suffered a violent vomiting of blood. Monokuma File 4 has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. I think the case this time might be a challenge. Like that. The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through, and that door had been jammed shut with the chair from the inside of the rec room, which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out until we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right? In other words, this is a classic locked room murder. A locked room murder? I guess you might see that kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it happen in real life, right? And before our very eyes like this? Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind. When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first is where the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits the crime, then through some special method seals the room. That mainly involves some kind of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approach is using a string or simple mechanism. There are numerous variations. So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right? The second time is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh. Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door or something like that. Okay, so I'm thinking like the Jonathan Creek one with the electrified floor. That probably does that. I'm sorry, I've just spoiled a random Jonathan Creek episode for everyone. But in that case, this doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have a gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list. The third type is one where the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that? They stay hidden, and when the door is opened up, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's it. That sounds like it could have been possible. Maybe. And the fourth is the final type, when it wasn't really a locked room at all. Not a locked room. That means there is an alternate escape room somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Then if you think we can cross that one off too, yes, I believe so. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Then Kyoko, which of the 4 choices seems the most likely in this case? That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now I really can't say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a truth mystery, and I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Okay, I hope you guys are really experienced with locked room mysteries. Because if this isn't that one Jonathan Creek episode, or the human chair, I can't really remember anymore. So let's look at everything. Huh? The lock is open, and on the inside, there's a handprint? What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in the dust. It looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was open, don't you think? During all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group. Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not? Think back, before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point. So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what could this handprint mean? The locker handprint has been added. Okay, next. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red and... These are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Glass shards on the floor have been added to the truth bullets. Huh? There's something on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Figure on the floor also added. Okay, I don't want to make an assumption, but there are those little glass bottles with Monokumas in them. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle is some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how did they get those figures inside the bottles? It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know, when the bottle's opening is small and the boat placed inside. You've never seen that? Oh, maybe I have. So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. The Monokuma bottle has been added to your truth bullets. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. Ah, Void, long time no see. And yes, you did insinuate you were going to do this to me once. So, our threat for Ralphie? Fuck! And I knew you were going to do that next. Do I actually have a coin with me, or am I just going to have to... Where's my swear jar even gone? There it is. Ah, now I've got to find my wallet. Curse you, curse you! Nobody has redeemed the swear jar in so long. There you are. And you've got another request for Ralph. Can I guess what your next request for Ralph is going to be? Okay, that's not what I was expecting.
This is the best day of my life!
Okay. And you don't have enough points for another coin. Cha cha cha! That's what you get for not following the channel. Okay, the red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with the Monokuma bottle, right? So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Okay, she's bludgeoned with a bottle. The same shelf is full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. Yeah, there's a bloodstain in front of it. Come on. There's a bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But it doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Magazine shelf bloodstain added to the truth bullets. What else can we look at in the room? Clock on the wall? It's around 1 o'clock now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon, so roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving Alter Ego? It looks like some kind of wrapper. Ah, that... Do you recognise it, Hina? Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out the genocide jacket attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as I could get to the warehouse, I took the entire box back into my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much? But I wanted to get Sakura. I wanted Sakura to have a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now they've lost all their flavour. Hina. Polka dot candy wrapper has been added to the truth bullets. We looked at. There's some more glass over there. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room. It looks like a protein drink and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how the protein was good for all sorts of ailments. I won't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem 2A. Oh, sorry, Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the Chem Lab. But that's strange. Huh? What is? You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside. They aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Why does it matter? I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. An important clue? I'm not sure I see how. The empty protein drink has been added. Okay, so I think it's just people to talk to left. Yep. Sakura then. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence to the blow to the head that Sakura suffered. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she'd also vomited blood. And I could see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what could have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Maybe getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood. Not a chance. However, your eyes have landed on the most interesting location. Interesting? Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to the way she died. We already know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It has to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. So let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in this rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her after that again, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her here in the rec room by noon. By noon? The Monokuma's file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry and that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her by force, this never would have happened. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, you know. Aoi's account had been added to the truth bullets. But the fact she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, at the same time and place she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. But for Sakura to have been killed... Yeah, she's not the type who'd go down without a fight. And she certainly didn't, I wouldn't say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wondered, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right? Certainly they would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her.
Nanda.
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her here in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go and see her? Of course not. I ripped the notes to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya said you didn't go to see her, but is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Oi.
If you're finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Okay, I think that's everything for the room, unless someone's going to say otherwise. Nope, someone's going to say otherwise. Let's try the door. This door is the only way in and out of the room. The door doesn't have a lock and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only noticeable change in the door is the smashed window, which happened of course when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence of any kind of string or mechanism. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Yeah. Back off, Byakuya. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening, and there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from inside, not outside of the room. Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part. Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave. Which I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's got a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted me to meet with 2 other people and I need to hear what they have to say. Okay. Those 2 probably went back to their rooms. Go hunt them down. So, thoughts so far, team? Have you figured out who did it and how? I'm trying to remember where their rooms are. I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds...
Nani? Dare?
Who's that? Oh, the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
何なの？深川さんに戻ってたんだね。ジェノサイダーじゃなくて。あいつの話しないでよ。気分が悪くなるじゃない。せっかく楽しい気分なのに。
ちょっと話があるんだけど、今いいかな。
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
何の用よ。
What do you want? You said you wanted to talk to me about something. I wanted to talk about the fact Sakura asked to meet with you.
それは...
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she asked you to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with the master too? I just said 2, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. Can you tell me about it? I admit I did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Oh, Kyoko claims she didn't go to see her, but... Can I really believe that? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. And we got her account. Let's go try and figure out where Hiro's room is. We got Leon. Hiro. I pressed the doorbell, and after a few seconds... What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How did you know about that? Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened? Well, I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Oga told me herself she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well... When she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person. She happened to mention the others, like in passing. I've got to be honest, this is super suspicious. So you went and met with Sakura? No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious. The last time I saw Oga was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office. I haven't seen her since then. Well, I'm here. Could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around in his pocket. Sorry, it looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pocket. But when he did, I saw something thrust to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh? Oh! Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket. Oh, sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash? Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said it was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash has been added to the truth bullets. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I definitely have to look at the crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find more about the protein can. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? Oh, let's go look at the chem lab then, since we haven't been there. So guys, I asked once, how you feeling? What have you noticed? Can you pinpoint the killer yet?
Maybe it's not so easy this time.
4th floor. Chemistry lab is. What the hell is the chemistry lab? Let's actually use the map. Further along. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. This isn't my first time seeing this shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. Looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now, it's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf. I have to be careful not to step in it. Those are footprints, and they're only in front of the shelf on the left. What do these footprints release to the currency on the whole? We may need to sketch out a floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and pen. Well then, let's go. Chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So, how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me? So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left the footprints only had business with the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me. These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours? No. Okay then, let me see your shoes and I'll confirm. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what he said. I see, your feet do appear too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. These prints are a really valuable clue. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where the powder came from? Looks like the bottle had a label on it, Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? It was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point the room wasn't like this. And this powder must have been spilled. That's right, it must have been around the time of the incident. If that's really when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of the powder has been added. Let's see, what's on this shelf? There are all kind of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers are labelled with the letter A and a number. So I guess we can consider this part of the shelf being Unit Section A. But wait! There's one bottle here that's labelled Chem C9. Could someone have put it here on accident? On the shelf is a bunch of chemicals. I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh? What, do you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? The world's of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, it doesn't matter right now. I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labelled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving Unit Section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't think we have much to worry about this shelf. On this shelf is... one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers are labelled with the letter C and a number, so I guess I can consider this part of the shelving Unit Section C. I should try to find out more about the shelving unit. Looks like it's split into 3 sections. A has dietary supplements, B has reagents, and C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. What concerns me is in Section A there was a bottle labelled from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. ChemLab shelf has been added to the truth bullets. already says that. Let's see if we can get anything more from the dust. No, go like that. Oh, there's more. Let's see what we got. No, there's that one. Oh no, we hadn't had that one. Kind of funny that he says basically the same thing as when you look at the footprints, but you had to view it separately. So now back to the rec room anyway.
No.
So, Makoto, how's the investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro told me. I see, so along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go to see her. It's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying? Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You'd do well to look them over one more time. Okay. So the Monokuma bottles, the blood in the shelves, I think. Something new.
No.
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. Correlation. Do you untap all holy chess pieces? That pawn, a rook, a bishop, and the king? I think? Hey Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is? I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer. I do trust you to a degree, otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree? Oh! There's one on the floor. Is it because there's a bottle missing? Because, I mean...
No.
I think the one on the floor was just a rook, wasn't it? So we're missing the queen. Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment? Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too. Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like this? I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya's not here, so... Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I'd better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. Just as I finished up... Sorry to keep you waiting. Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing? I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Yeah.
First, let's compare the weight of the two normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced, which means that each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same, which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same and nothing else could really affect the weight. Now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on the side, on one side of the scale. Now what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be that either they balance out or the pieces we collected will be lighter. I did my best to gather more, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there. Okay then, let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible? It's just as I thought. What? The results of our experiments and the correlation between each bottle put it all together, and I believe you'll arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. The bottle experiment has been added to our truth bullets. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
No.
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This. One of the pages near the centre of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. And it said, Toko. Must be a dying message? Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this? It's indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message? But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that... It says Toko, right? Yeah, looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. The magazine dying message. I think the last one was the blood. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. I can only assume that the blood is Sakura's, but it's strange if true. Why is it so far away from where she died? It wasn't the blood. What else did Kyoko say to investigate? There's apparently an important secret hidden there. Apparently so. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body. Just staring into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Yeah, I know, but don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? There's no getting around it. But like me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to, although there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it. It's totally normal. Then how can you... I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind. More importantly, look here. The shoes. You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out. That powder is clue number 1. The yellow powder has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Next to the wound to her head, look carefully. Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me explain. It would appear she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows? Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing. Both of her hands were spotless. There's no trace on blood in either one. So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Examination summary has been added to the truth bullets. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at the body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off.
出た。お前らの操作が退屈すぎて出ちゃってたよ。やっちゃうよ。いいっすか？やっちゃってもいいっすか？じゃあ、学級裁判を始めます。お前らはいつもの場所に 至急集合してください。学校エリア1階にある赤い扉にお入りください。うぷぷ。じゃあ、後でね。
It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, whatever happens, I have to make something happen. Okay, I am gonna leave it there for the day. So, before I log out, if anyone's been paying attention to the investigation, what do you think so far? Have you got any idea who the killer is for this one? I am curious. So I have to save the game while you're saying that. I'll have to do this again. I mean, that's all you're getting out of an investigation this time. Do you have enough to make a deduction yet? Curious, I would say. Nobody's speaking up. I guess this one's got you flummoxed then. So happy, so happy. You all got it a bit easily last time. So anyway then, we will leave it there for the day, and we will continue with the next Gyakyu Saiban class trial next time to determine who did kill Ogami Sakura. So, I am Kim, or unmasks42. If you would like to continue following the stream live, be happy to have you, of course. It is Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 PM GMT or Saturdays at 5 PM GMT. We will be sticking with Danganronpa, Havoc right to the end. I also have an unmasks42 YouTube channel where old episodes go up, usually within a day of them airing here, just in case you need to catch up on the story so far. I'm also doing a YouTube exclusive silent stream, so a stream with no commentary, of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Please do check that out if you're interested. There is also an unmasks42 Twitter, in case you want to get me between streams and, hypothesize who do you think the killer is. That is also unmasks42. I'm also one half of Things Are Getting Strange and X-Files Rewatch podcast. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts, and we post a new episode every week on a Thursday. We're reviewing the X-Files 2 episodes at a time. We're currently on season 6, and this Thursday's episode will be The Unnatural and Three of a Kind. So do check that out if you're interested. That's everything for today. I will see you on Wednesday for the next part of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Hope you have a great rest of the week. Bye-bye now.